peek into the future. Fanfic. Everyone was piled up into Lee's apartment. By everyone, I mean Tenten, Sakura, Naruto, Kiba, Shikamaru, Shino, Choji, Hinata, Sai, Tamari. Hello, I brought you here today to tell you about a stone some lady gave me. Lee shouted loudly. Let me check if this is recording. What does it do, Bushy Brow? Naruto answered. Well, I was told that you can see the future with it. By infusing with chakra, Lee answered proudly. That would be fun, Choji said with in between crunches. Yes, it all fun in games until someone gets mad or sad. Shikamaru said lazy. Come on, Shikamaru, it'll be fun, Ino said as she tugged his arm. Fine, Shikamaru agreed. Let's all agree to go. Sakura demanded.
Yes. I'm done.
Stop. Oh, sorry, it was my class. I got break. Now where was I? Fine, Shikamaru agreed. Let's all agree to go. Sakura demanded. Agree, everyone except Hinata shouted. Hinata. What is the matter, Hinata? Lee asked. Hinata started to fidget with her hands. No, it's just that see something I don't want to see. Hinata slightly whispered. I'm pretty sure you won't, Hinata. Hinata, Tamari said and winked, for she had knew what was in store for her. I should let you know that once it plays. We cannot stop no matter what we do, Lee explained. Everyone nodded. I'll go first, Shino suggested. Okay, just infuse your chakra in it. Ino carefully infused his chakra. Okay. Kids, make sure you go straight home, especially Baruto older. Shino. Sure, Sensei. That's my friend. A child with blonde hair and hair. Everyone looked at Naruto. What? It's obviously your son, Naruto, Sakura explained. Look at those eyes, that hair, those whiskers, Tamari said, trying to convince him. No, don't see it, Naruto said with his thinking face on everyone's side. Baruto, you know you're going home, probably going to paint the Hokage statues again. A black-haired girl scolded him. I don't know why I'm bad at reading today. Probably because I'm sleepy. I haven't slept since yesterday. I've been drinking energy drinks and it makes me go to the bathroom too much. Let's continue. Okay, these people keep on texting me. Clicked it. It turned off. Not many interesting Shino's life. I wanna go next, Sakura shouted and infused her chakra. This takes place in Orochimaru Hideout, where Sarada is about to be born. It's okay, Sakura. Bree, she almost out. Sasuke, what are you doing? A red-haired girl screamed. Sasuke. Everyone screamed in unison. Sasuke was pacing back and forth. They really heard loud screams coming from Sakura. Get her out now. Oh God, Sasuke, this is all your fault, Sakura yelled. Okay, Shikamaru said. Everyone was looking at Sakura and the screen with a shock until they heard baby's cries. Sakura was now smiling at her new baby. It's a girl, Karin told Sasuke, and smiled with Sasuke was in shock. Sharingan activated. And all, what are you going to name her? Karin asked. Sarada Uchiha. Let me close my door so that I need some privacy. Now, where was I again? Sarada Uchiha. Sasuke said as Sasuke kissed her, "You did good job, Sakura." Sasuke told her. Then the screen went to when Sasuke was about to leave. "Bye, Sakura." Sakura said with tears in her eyes. He tapped her and Sarada on her forehead and held Sarada for the last time before leaving. Click it went off. All the girls were crying, while boys were about to. "Aw, it's so sad," Tenten cried. "I want to go," Naruto said excitedly, infused with chakra. Older Naruto was sitting in his chair until he saw Konohamaru barge in. "What is it, Konohamaru?" Naruto asked as he was doing some paperwork. That guy, Konohamaru, Naruto said in shock, but everyone was still on the fact that he was Hokage. "He's Hokage?" Everyone said in unison. "It's your wife. She's in labor," Konohamaru screamed. Naruto jumped from his chair and started to run around like a madman. Everyone started to laugh. "Naruto has a wife? I wonder who is it? Hinata?" Hinata wondered while looking around at the people in the room. "That's not funny. It's a serious crisis," Naruto screamed. Older Naruto stormed out of his office. "Naruto, what's wrong?" Shikamaru asked. "Can I talk about her labor?" Shikamaru knew instantly who she was talking about. So he ran behind him to the hospital. I heard there were screams coming from one of the rooms. Clicked it, turned off. "I wonder who's this?" Sakura asked. "I know who it is," Inka winked at. Okay, I don't know what's wrong with me this time. I'm literally saying stuff that I don't even remember what I said. Ino winked at Hinata. "Oh, everyone except," Naruto said in a unison. "Who?" Naruto asked everyone side. "Hinata, why don't you go next to Ino?" Yeah, Ino asked Hinata, more like demanded. "Okay," she infused her chakra. "That's it. Next is Hinata." Continue the reading next part. Hinata just put her chakra in the orb. Hinata was in a hospital room with Sakura and Tsunade and most of the gang were waiting. "Where's Sakura?" Hinata shouted in between screams. "Oi, Hinata. I didn't know you could scream so loud," Kiba said as he smirks spread across his face. "Well, it looked like she's giving birth," Sakura explained. Suddenly, a blonde-haired boy came through the door. Everyone in the room gasped, including Naruto. "There you are," Naruto said, relieved. Naruto ran up to Hinata and kissed her forehead. "Naruto Uzumaki, I swear, when I get out of here, you're never touching me again." Hinata screamed so loudly everyone in the waiting room can hear. Everyone started to laugh, but Naruto just stared at the screen in shock. But Hinata was on the verge of fading. But she did not want to miss her childbirth. "Okay, Hinata, you're going to start pushing." Tsunade shouted. "Okay, 1, 2, 3, push." Hinata pushed as he squeezed Naruto's hand out. Naruto, he cried out of pain. "Naruto, I'm sorry I'm hurting you." Naruto, Hinata explained as she fell back for her 30-second break. "No, Hinata, don't apologize. I don't care what kind of pain I go through. I love you, Hinata. Nothing will ever change of that. You're bringing my child into this world. I do not care," Naruto said calmly. "Ah," the girl said in unison. "Naruto, you're so sweet," Sakura said as she playfully pushed him. "After all, she's giving me a family, all I ever wanted." "Okay, one more push," Sakura said. "Sweetie Hinata." She nodded and held tightly on Naruto's hand. 3, 2, 1, push! She did as she told. In a few moments, Later, a baby cries were heard throughout the room. Hinata had tears falling on her cheeks. Sakura handed her a healthy baby boy. Naruto started bawling his out. I'm a father now. Thank you, Hinata, for giving birth to this child, for making me a father, for giving me a family, and I love you so much, Naruto said. His passionate kissed her. All the girls awed with tears in their eyes. Naruto cried as he watched in happiness his family. What's this, his name? Sakura asked too. Baruto Uzumaki. Hinata answered. Such an uncure name. Sakura told the couple. The screen then changed to a toddler, Baruto learning to walk. He looks like you, Naruto Kiba added. Come on, Baruto. Come to mommy, Hinata said as she held her arms out to Baruto. He walked over and fell in her arms. Good job, sweetie, Hinata said as she picked up Baruto and walked towards Naruto and kissed him for about a good 2 minutes. All the girls smirked at Hinata and Naruto. Shikamaru cleared his throat. What? He said. He grabbed Hinata and pressed his lips against hers. But who just come in the right moment? Neji Tenten screamed. Neji blinked about 5 minutes to process the information he had just been given. Before he activated his Byakugan 8 trigrams, 64 palms, Neji shouted. Hinata already passed out. What are you gonna do with Lady Hinata? Neji screams while holding at Naruto's neck. Naruto pointed at the screen. Neji saw Hinata with Baruto and a long explanation. Later, Neji left it and took Naruto a while to convince Neji not to tell Hiyashi. If you don't know who that is Neji's. Not Neji. My head is clouded these days. I'm a good reader, but I can't read this well no more. No, where was I? So it's Neji. Hinata. That's Hinata's dad and Hinabi. Wait, not Hinabi. Hawari. Okay, I'm just gonna give up. Come on, Baruto, let's go. Aunt Sakura's house. Hinata said this as she picked up Baruto. Soon they arrived at the Uchiha household. This was before Sasuke left, and were sitting in this living room discussing changes. Okay, Sasuke left. Let's finish what we were started off, Naruto said in a serious tone. Naruto and Sasuke pulled out family album from out of nowhere. Look, Princess Sarada, Sasuke screamed, holding out a photo of Sarada in a princess costume. Really, Sakura? Said as she shook her head, but odd at the same time. Hinata hadn't woken up and looked at the screen and noticed she wasn't dreaming. She smiled to herself. Neither of them pulled out a picture of Baruto with the Hokage hat on. Baby Hokage, he shouted as he stood up on the sofa. Sasuke then stood to his level. Naruto, Hinata shouted. Sasuke, Sakura shouted. They both were quickly to sit down. Whoa, they put you both in check, Tenten said. Nobody knew. Shocked, nobody knew Hinata could scream that loud. The scene then changed to their house. It's another day. Whew. I'm 100% sure I'm going to do about 30 stuffs, or if my mom comes in the door. She's going to ask what I'm doing. I'm going to have to lie. Or she's going to think that I'm watching bad stuff, I'm sorry. I just had to point out Naruto's haircut is completely fucked up. And we were going ahead to leave. Hinata said as she glared for Naruto to pick up Baruto. I'm sorry. I just had to point out that Naruto's hair is completely fucked up. Just being honest, Ino admitted. Hey, Naruto shouted. She's kind of right. Like, what were you thinking, Kiba? Everyone nodded in agreement. Even you, Hinata. But you're married to that haircut? Naruto explained. I married you, not the haircut, Hinata said, whispered tone. Naruto was still pouting. The scene then changed to a sleeping Hinata and Naruto on their home. Hinata was about to be pregnant with Himari. You're pregnant again? Sakura said with a shock. The older Hinata jumped up. Naruto, she screamed but softly. He groaned as in the way to say, huh? She kicked, Hinata said as she took his hand and laid softly on her stomach. He shot up with a sudden energy. Where did all that energy come from? Shikamaru asked, stunned. Obviously, he needs to know. Himari, it's me, Daddy. Naruto somewhat whispered to the new life growing inside his wife, and he smiled and moved her fingers and threw his hair at the side of his head on her growing stomach and started to doze off. Naruto, Hinata whispered. Yeah, he answered. I'm hungry, she said, stroking his face. Okay, and? Go and get me some food, duh, Ino shouted. Go and get her some food. Well, I want some ramen, Hinata said with the obvious tone. Okay, I'll fix you up some cup of ramen, Naruto said as he got up from his bed. No, I don't want just any ramen. I want okay, I cannot say this. Ichiraku ramen, Hinata pleaded, but Ichiraku is closed.